Hi there, hope you have a fantastic day today. This lesson I will teach you arithmetic sequence. Of course, there is a PDF file versions on the description below for you to download so you can work with me. Otherwise, let's go straight into it. With arithmetic sequence, there is a common difference between the two consecutive terms. We have term 2 minus term 1 will give me the same as term, let's say term 5 minus term 4. So this is the common difference. So D is the common difference. So in another word, if we have, let's say we have term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4, and so on. And in series, we normally use term 1 is A. So term 2, because term 2 minus term 1 is the common difference is D. So in another word, term 2 will be equal to term 1 plus D. And we know that term 1 is A, so therefore we just go A plus D. And term 3 is equal to term 2 plus D. And term 2 is this one here, so that means A plus D plus another D. So it's like this, A plus D, that is this term, and we add another D. So like this. So that give me A plus 2D. So this is term 3. So let me just clear this. So this term here is A plus 2D. And term 4 is equal to term 3 plus D, because the common difference is D. So therefore that is A plus 2D, and we add another D is 3D. And the next term is this term, add another D. So because it's a common difference is D, okay? Keep that in mind. So A plus 3D, add another D, the common difference, so that becomes 4D, and so on. So now, if you think about it, okay, so let me just write this down. This is term 1, and this is term 2, this is term 3, this is term 4, and term 5, and so on. So you can see, and term 1 is A, and term 2 is A plus 1D, and term 3 is A plus 2D, and term 4 is A plus 3D. So you can see one number less here. So therefore, we can see in general, Tn is equal to A plus, so 1 less D, okay? So therefore is N minus 1 D. So this is the general rule to find the term of arithmetic series, okay? So please keep that in mind for me. So let's just go through a couple examples. So first one, so find the rule for the sequence 19, 22, 25, and so on. So first of all, we know that term 1, which is A, so A is term 1, is 19. And the common difference is term 2 minus term 1. So D is term 2 is 22 minus term 1, that is 19, or 25 minus 22 if you like. So 20 minus 19 is 1, add 2 is 3. So therefore the common difference is 3. So therefore we know the rule T of N, which is A plus N minus 1D. And we know that A is 19. So what we do, we just replace A with 19 and plus N minus 1. And we times D. So D is 3. So just times 3. So there you go. This is the rule for this arithmetic sequence. But the thing is, we need to expand and simplify a little bit further. So that will give me 19. So 3 times N is 3N. And 3 times negative 1 is minus 3. So we just write this down, minus 3. So what I do now is I'm just collecting the like terms. So we have 19 here, we minus 3. So therefore, 19 minus 3 is 16. So therefore, the answer is, I just write 3N first, and then we add 16. So there you go. This is the rule to find the term for the sequence 19, 22, and 25. Second one, to work out the 20th term for this sequence here. So we need to know that the rule to find out the n term is Tn is equal to A plus N minus 1 times the common difference. So we know that a is -2. So let me just write this down. So a is -2, and the common difference is equal to term, let's use term 3, that is 8, minus term 2, that is 3. So the common difference is 5. Or you can use terms 4 minus term 3, or term 2 minus term 1, and you should get 5 as well. So now Tn is equal to a is -2, the first term, and then plus n minus 1, and we times by the common difference, and the common difference is 5, so we times by 5. So what I do now is I just expanding the brackets. So -2, I just write this down first, plus 5 times n is 5n, and then we have 5 times -1 is -5. So there you go. So now I just collect the like terms. So we have -2 here, and we also have -5 here. So we add them up. So 2 plus 5 is 7. So the answer should be -7. Otherwise, you can just put that in your calculator, okay? So now what I do, I'm going to write 5n minus 7. So there you go. This is the rule for this sequence here. But then what we need to find is we find the 20th term, T20, if you like. So T20, because n is equal to 20, because 20 term. So therefore, 5 times 20. So n is 20. So this is n here, so 20. So there you go. So now, which is minus 7. So that will give me, so 5 times 20 is 10. So that becomes 100. 100 minus 7 is 93. So the answer is 93. So therefore, 20th terms is 93. Please pause the video and try this one yourself. Hi there, I'm back. How do you go? So let me go through them with you, okay? Before I do that, please do not forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe if you haven't done so you can help me to grow my channel. So let's get into it. So first of all, we know that a is -2.5. So always make note on this, okay? Always write this down first. And then we have the common difference is, so to work out the common difference, so we just need to find 1.4 minus 0.1. So that give me 1.3. Or you can just simply use 0.1 minus -1.2, and you should get 1.3 as well, okay? And we know that the general rule for the term is Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 times the common difference. So we know that a is -2.5. So 2.5 negative, and then we plus n minus 1. And don't forget, we times the common difference. The common difference in this case is 1.3. So now what I do, I just expand the brackets and I just simplify it, okay? So what I do, I write -2.5 down first. So this time n is plus 1.3n. And we got this time together, will give me minus 1.3. So what I do now is, I just simplify by collect these two like terms here. But before I do that, so what I do, I just write 1.3n first, okay? So it's equal to 1.3n. So -2.5, we minus -1.3. So that means, so which is equal to negative or minus 3.8. So there you go. I hope you got it correct. This is the rule for Tn. But now we need to work out T of 12. That means the 12th term, okay? So therefore, T12, which give me n is equal to 12. So don't forget, this is Tn. So the 12th term in Tn, n is 12. So this replaces with 12. So 1.3 times 12 minus 3.8. So that should give me, so I just quickly go 1.3 times 12 and minus 3.8. So it should give me 11.8. So there you go. Last one. So which term of the sequence is equal to negative 122? So in another word, so we need to find n. So to do this, first of all, we need to find the rule for the sequence first. So a is 14. So a is 14. And the common difference is equal to 6 minus 14. So 10 minus 6 is 4. Add another 4 is 8. So that means it's negative 8. Otherwise, just put that on a calculator. So what I do now is I just write out the rule. So the general rule for this is a plus n minus 1 d. So a is the first term, that is 14, plus n minus 1 times the common difference is negative 8. So what I do now is I just expand the brackets and I just simplify one more time, okay? So you got this time together. So 14, I write this down, so that give me negative an. And this time this give me plus 8. So there you go. So now I just collect like terms. So 14 plus 8 is 22. So I write 22 and we minus an. Now we need to find n, which give me negative 122. So in another word, this one here, Tn is negative 122. And this is T of n. So now we just replace with that. So now negative 122 is equal to 22 minus an. So now what I do, easier, I move this on this side. And then this, I move on that side. So this means that negative an, it becomes positive an. So an is equal to, so 22 and negative 122, move on this side, it becomes positive or plus if you like. So plus 122. So an is equal to 144. So what I do now is just go 144. I divide by 8. So that give me 18. So n is 18. So the question is asking for which term. So you go, therefore, the 18th term. So there you go. I hope you got all of them correct. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.